Good morning, everyone. It's Rita Smith. I'm the #1 food fairy, and I'm here today to talk to you about meat, the cost of meat, what you spend on meat, the meat that you feed to your family, and how you might be able to actually have a much higher quality product at a much lower price to serve to your family with a little bit of time and attention. Not a ton of time and attention, but just a little bit if you're paying attention when you're grocery shopping. This weekend, I decided, for a reason you'll see shortly, to look at pork kebabs. I decided to look at pork kebabs and how much it costs to purchase them already made in the store, whether it's made with vegetables, made purely with meat, or as I'm going to show you in a moment, how to make them yourselves. But that the fact that the price differential varies wildly how much you could spend on some meat to serve to some guests or to your family. And if you are paying attention, you could actually serve a much higher quality product at a much lower price if you are paying attention. So what I did was I went into the store and I purchased some prepared pork souvlakis, shish kebabs. There's 8 of them here. The price came in at $10 a pound or $22 a kilo. These are sold in 640 gram packages, and what I noticed when I bought them is that there's no price anywhere. There's no price anywhere. So I didn't actually know what I was paying for this, $13.99, until I got to the checkout. I was happy to pay it. I'm going to cook them. I'm going to eat them. I'm sure they'll be very good. Mark Angelo brand. I'm sure they'll be very good. But just so that you are aware, these ring in at about $10 a pound or about $22 a kilo for pure meat. So $10 a pound for pure meat. Okay, like if you're willing to pay that and you're in a rush and you don't want to be chopping pork, then that's great. $10 a pound. Okay. The second option is you can buy what is prepared in the grocery store, and that is kebabs that have vegetables, peppers, onions, and meat on the same stick. If you're in a giant rush and you have no time to shove your own meat on a stick or make a salad, then this is, a really good option for you. And this rang in at $8 a pound, or just over $17 per kilo. But what you need to know when you buy this is you are paying $17 per kilo for the green pepper, for the red pepper, and for the onion. So you're not just paying $17 a kilo for the meat, you're paying $17 a kilo for everything that is on the stick. And 2 of them come in at $6. So per person, you're going to spend at least $6 because most people will eat more than this. There used to be a great commercial with James Garner for, I think, the beef board in the United States, where he took a kebab off the barbecue and he threw away all the vegetables and he ate only the beef, and he said, "There's a reason we invented salad." Well, there is a reason we invented salad. If you put peppers, onions, tomatoes, other things on your kebab with your meat, meat and vegetables don't cook at the same pace. You're always kind of wondering if the meat is done, if the vegetables are undercooked or overcooked. They don't cook at the same rate. And that is why when you get a kebab in a Greek or a Middle Eastern restaurant, it's all that's on it is meat. They don't put vegetables on their kebabs. So if you are buying a kebab and you're paying $17 per kilo for the price of the vegetables in addition to the price of the meat, not only are you paying way overpaying for the vegetables, but when your kebab comes off the barbecue, everything might not even be done to perfection, right? The meat might be undercooked, the meat might be overcooked, the vegetables might be undercooked or overcooked. Meat and vegetables don't cook at the same temperature. So what I would suggest to you is that it looks great, and it's happy. If you were going to serve it to your guests, that would be nice if you gave them meat and vegetables on the same kebab. But they don't cook at the same temperature, same rate, and they don't necessarily finish at the same time. And you are paying $17.61 per kilo for a piece of red pepper, a piece of green pepper, a piece of onion. That's a ludicrous amount of money to spend on vegetables. So I would say, if I was going to give you advice, I would say never mind the kebabs that are already prepared with vegetables and meat. Okay, leave those off to the side. They're not a good idea. Just don't do them. Just don't do them. Vegetables are one thing, meat is a different thing. So if you're gonna spend money on prepared product, never mind the prepared stuff. The straight up meat is probably a way better deal at $10 a pound without having to pay $10 a pound for vegetables. But here's what I'm gonna suggest to you, okay? Pay attention to what comes on sale in your grocery store and buy one of these. There you go. It's a pork tenderloin. It is $4.34 per kilo or $1.97 per pound. It is beautiful. I'm going to cut the package open. I might trim some of the fat off. Frankly, I find this cut of pork to be so lean that it could use a little bit of fat. So there might be a little bit of waste in that I will cut off the fat. But generally speaking, I'm gonna bet that at $1.97 per pound for this pork tenderloin, when I cut it open, trim the fat, cut it up, and put it on shish kebab sticks, souvlaki sticks, that I bet I will get, I'm gonna say I'm gonna get 30 kebabs out of this piece of meat that I paid $15 for, which will total out to 50 cents a kebab. It'll be way cheaper than the prepared, and it will actually be meat that I have seen with my eyes and I know how good it is. Okay, so here I am with my pork sirloin. The brand name is Smithfield's pork. I'm sure that's from right here in Ontario. And I am going to cut some of the fat off. I might not cut all of the fat off because I find sometimes this cut of pork to be a little bit dry, actually. So if I was roasting it as opposed to putting it into shish kebabs, I'd probably leave some fat on it just to let it tenderize the meat a little bit, because fat does that. Okay, so I have trimmed some of the fat off of the pork sirloin that I got for $1.97 a pound, and I have chopped it into as much as I can consistent sizes of cubes, which I'm going to put on wooden skewers, and we'll see how many pork shish kebabs I get out of this. And I will also marinate them. I'm not just going to leave them on their own. I'm going to marinate them in Greek dressing. So that will happen next. But I just wanted to give you a sense of how much meat I got from that pork sirloin at $1.97 a pound. So now we're back. I've chopped the pork sirloin into chunks. I tried to make them as consistent and in size as I could. I'm putting 4 pieces per kebab, which is about enough for, you know, to put on a plate. Most people will eat 2. It could be an appetizer if you're just taking them right off the barbecue and eating them. So I'm going to continue to kebab these, and then I will pour Greek marinade over top of them, so that whether I'm cooking them right away today or tomorrow, or whether I'm sticking them in the freezer, which is more likely, when I take them out, they will be all ready to go. What I do is I am going to marinate them with the same dressing that I use on the chicken, the same that I use for the salad. Okay, it won't take a whole batch of that, but I can either put these in my fridge and marinate them, you know, for a couple of hours today or until tomorrow or whenever, or I can freeze them and in the marinade, and when I freeze them in the marinade, they will come out completely ready to go. I can freeze them in the marinade, and then at such time as I know that company is coming, I can take them out and thaw them, and they will be fully marinated. Between the freezing and the thawing process, it's more than enough time spent in marinade. And I will stick the pans in the fridge until it's time to barbecue them. So here we are with our finished product. We've got our pork souvlaki, which I know is going to be tender and delicious. I also toss on the barbecue the 2 beef souvlakis, and I'm sure they're going to be tender and delicious too, but they cost 4 or 5 times as much. So as long as you're happy paying the same price for beef tenderloin as you're paying for green peppers and green onions, then go for the gusto. But I myself find it way more cost effective to just do my own meat on shish kebab and have the vegetables as a side dish in a salad. And I also toss some potatoes and sweet potatoes on the grill. So it's going to be a great meal. It's all going to be great. There's no question that any of it will be less than great. It's just whether or not you want to pay $2 a pound for meat, or $10 a pound, or $12 a pound for meat and peppers and onions. Like, holy mackerel. So anyway, enjoy cooking for your family. Be confident in the kitchen. Also be confident at the barbecue.
I'm so sick of reality TV. I'm so tired.